Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is David J. Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
On the phone line at this time on this Tuesday, we have Drew from the Burwell Broken Bow Livestock Barns. Good morning, Drew. How you doing?
Morning, guys. Good.
Well, what do you think? We have a shot at some rain on Friday. You got your fingers crossed?
Well, I tell you what, this is the first chance we've had in quite some time that they keep increasing it instead of decreasing it, so that's positive.
That it really is. It's usually the other way around. You're right. By the time we get to the day they say it's going to rain, it's 20%, but right now it is going up, so we may finally get that rain we really, really need. I'm sure you're talking with your customers out there about pasture and the situation. A big old rain could sure change everything, at least for the temporary.
That's right, and I've got a very good friend of mine, dear friend of mine, and he's a native, lives up at Eagle Butte, South Dakota, and I keep telling him to get to dancing, him and some of his buddies. We need it.
Yeah, let's get a rain dance going, right?
That's right.
Well, tell us what's going on at the barns, if you would, Drew.
Okay, last week in Broken Bow, had a big day. Had Way Up Market there, sold right at 980 head of Way Up cows there on Thursday. Those top cows were bringing anywhere from 82 to 88. Medium cows were 70 to 80, and those low-yielding cows were 63 to 68, with the bulls bringing 98 to $1.20. And we called that Way Up Market fully steady there. Then in Burwell there on Friday, we had a big run of fall calves and yearlings, and this is kind of how we operated there. We had some on the steer division. We had some 683-pound steers at $1.61 and a half. Had some 714-pound steers at $1.70.75. Had some 792-pound steers at $1.68.50, and had some 528-pound steers at $1.81. In the heifer divisions, we had some 834-pound heifers at $1.40.35. And we had some 848-pound heifers at $1.41 and a quarter, and we had some 573-pound heifers at $1.80.50, and some 636-pound heifers at $1.70.75. This week in Broken Bow and Burwell, both sale barns, we're going to have big runs of bred cows and cow-calf pairs. Going to have weigh-ups there. Going to start the weigh-ups at 9 a.m. there on this Thursday in Broken Bow. Expecting a really big run of those weigh-ups again this week. Already had a lot of pot loads consigned. So if you want to bring those weigh-ups in on Wednesday all day, you're more than welcome to. Give you a rundown of how we're going to operate there on Thursday. Right at 11:30, we got some breeding bulls we're going to sell. We got 4 head of Hereford bulls, and those bulls are going to be 2-year-olds. There's 2 horn and 2 polled, and they're all virgin bulls. They're home raised, complete vaccination program, semen testing. They're coming from Spear Lazy V Herefords. In the first calf heifer pair division, we've got 10 head of Black Angus heifers with February born calves at side. The calves have had the Alpha 7 at birth. They're tagged and matched. They're gentle. They're cake broke. Excellent condition on these heifers, and they're coming from Josh and Tara Call. And then we got 3 head of Red Angus heifers with red calves aside, April calves on them. Nice set of heifers here coming from Merrick Ryan. The cow-calf pair division, we got 25 head of black cows running age with black calves aside. Calves are tagged to mash, home raised, complete mineral program on these, coming from Brent and Roland Peterson. And we got 15 head of black and red cows running age with black and red April calves aside. Complete vaccination program, complete mineral program coming from Mike and Michelle Ryan. We got 13 head of red and Char and Hereford cows. They're 3-year-olds with solid mouth with Charolais calves inside. Nice babies on their side here. They're March born, tagged and matched, complete vaccination program and mineral program. They're poured and gentle coming from Jim Williams. Got 11 head of black cows running age with black, white phase March and April calves inside. Calves have had the Alpha 7 coming from Jim Schweitzer. And we got 6 black cows with Char cross calves inside. The calves are going to be 30 days old. Had the spring shots coming from Mark and Karen Minnie. and we got 3 black cows with black Kansas side. Kansas had alpha 7, and they've been nice cut and all work for you, coming from Larry Moran. In the summer, fall, bred first calf heifers. We got 2 black heifers with the bred black late summer, early fall calvers coming from Jim and Denise Russell. And in the spring cow division, we've got 15 head of cows from Brent and Roland Peterson. We got 11 head of purebred Longhorn cows, bred to registered Longhorn bulls, something pretty hard to find. They got nice trophy racks on them coming from Steve Klein. And we got 10 head of registered Black Angus cows coming from Deathless Angus. Got 5 cows coming from Ryan Lidner. 5 Char and red cows coming from Jim Williams. 4 cows coming from Larry Moran. 3 cows from Jim Schweitzer. Then we got 6 head of fall bred cows. They're going to be red Angus cows, red Angus coming from Tom Kennedy Jr. And that list is going to be growing here more and more this week. And if you got any calls, questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. Then on Burwell on Friday, got a big run of those bred cows and bred heifers and pairs on that auction. Got some really, really outstanding reputation pairs on that sale. If you got any questions or need more info, go to the website, burwelllivestock.com, or once again, give me a call, 308-872-1105. I'd like to take just a minute, if I can. Also want to bring up something that's kind of been concerning to a lot of people and stuff. And if you're kind of struggling, I know everybody's kind of been a little concerned with this weather, conditions, and everything in the cattle industry. And if you feel like you're just getting overwhelmed and you need help, sure encourage you to reach out and seek some help. It's not, there's no shame in asking for help. Reach out to your local pastor, or reach out to anybody. Reach out to us at the sale barn. We'll sure get you some help that you need. Just want everybody to know that we're not all on the same boat. We're sharing the same storm, and we're all here to help each other.
Well said, Drew, and you're right. A little help along the way doesn't hurt a thing, so we appreciate you bringing that up today, and appreciate you guys, what you do at the barns, and look forward to your report next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep, take care, Drew. 20 minutes before the hour, you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. We appreciate that. It's Tumbleweed Day today, so let's play the game and see if we can give away a tumbleweed meal.
All right. We're asking questions about plastic. So here's today's question. What percent of its plastic does the U.S. recycle? What percent of its plastic does the United States recycle? Your choices are 1%, 9%, 35%, or 50%. What percent of its plastic does the United States recycle? 1%, 9%, 35%, or 50%. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's spoken weekly, well, probably daily, from newcomers to Broken Bow. Wow, look at all the cars around that place, the Tumbleweed Cafe. Visitors wonder why, and locals know why. The delicious home-cooked meals of the Tumbleweed Cafe are absolutely amazing. Looking for a fun part-time job? They're hiring. The Tumbleweed Cafe, open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
I'm afraid it's going to be disappointing. What is the percentage?
It's low. 9%.
Oh, my Lord.
Would have been the correct answer.
Gosh. What are we doing? 9% of the plastic is recycled in this country?
That's what it says, yes.
Does that mean 91% of it's in the ocean?
I don't know.
Holy smokes, we could do so much better than that.
I probably.
Well, we probably got... Never mind. Don't get me going.
Easy, Dave.
We have
Settle.
We have such a solution to being like our generations ahead of us, where you use things over and you save things and you didn't make a mess. And we just aren't getting it. We'll be right back. You got me all worked up. Stay tuned.
What do you call a magic cow? Moodini. The Beef Month giveaway is coming up in May. Listen to enter and win.
Rise and shine.
All right.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KC&I KBBN.
Well, we'll change subjects here for a moment.
Okay. All right. Breathe, Dave. Breathe.
9%?
Just take a deep breath. Go.
Well, let's change over to something else then. National Static Cling Day.
Oh, okay. Static Cling Day.
Yeah.
That's terrible when you're walking out the door and you're walking down the street and all of a sudden you realize you got a sock that's clinging to your jeans or something. Not good.
Yeah, or you maybe have one of those things you put in the dryer. You don't know it and it's stuck to your back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're walking down the street. It's electrical current. It actually happens more when it's really, really cold, as you folks out there know. When it's dry air and cold, you get a lot more static. And right now we don't have any particular kind of weather from one day to the next.
No.
I don't know, even with even static, whether the wind wouldn't blow anything off that was stuck to you these days.
That's a good point.
Yeah, yep. But you can, by the way, put your clothes in the freezer for about 15 minutes to eliminate static.
Oh.
Yeah, but your shirt
Okay.
will smell like fish sticks.
Ah.
If you have fish sticks in your freezer.
Yeah.
Logan is here from AeroSeed. Logan, how you doing?
I'm doing all right today.
Well, you sound
What do you
a
mean
little...
just I'm
what's
with
the deal?
Dave. What do you mean just all right?
Well, so this weekend I actually found a box of old watches.
Oh.
So I took all the bands off of them and made a belt. My wife thought that was just a waste of time.
I bet she did.
I'm kind of down. I'm kind of down from that.
Yeah.
Well, I can see where that would depress you a little bit.
Well, before time runs out on this segment, what would you like to share?
Well, I want to talk about what we got going on in the garden center right now, which is onions and potatoes.
Ooh.
So we've got the onion sets, which are the little bulbs. So those would be like a really oniony tasting onion.
A little stouter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, if you plant those and you harvest them, do not mix them with baked beans. Otherwise, you will have tear gas, and we don't want that.
Oh, wow.
So just be mindful.
Renee, help us.
Man. Whew. Has anyone here taken an onion and just bit into it like an apple?
There's
Have
people out
either
there
of you
that
done
do.
that?
I've not done
I've
it.
never done it, I don't think.
That's the other thing I was going to talk about, actually, is our sweet onions, which are the onion plants. So those would be like the red candy apples, the yellow Granax, the Texas Super Sweet. Those are the really sweet onions that don't have that onion taste. They're more, you can eat them like an apple.
Wow.
So, and I grilled a Vidalia onion, which is a yellow Granax. I grilled one of those this weekend, or last weekend it would have been, and it was amazing. I mean, you could eat it like an apple.
Wow.
Wow.
Because I like onions.
Yeah, they're
I
good.
do.
They are, and there are some of them that are full of antioxidants. So that'd be like the red candy apple, and it's good for you. It's healthy. So,
I'm sorry, I still can't get over the tear gas.
Waste of time, tear gas, onions.
so, yeah, we're moving right along.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
sure
are.
are. Yeah.
Okay, onions and potatoes.
Yes.
All right. What else
so,
do we have ready to go?
Well, for the potatoes, we've got the Kennebecs, which are what would be considered a frying potato. So they're really high starch content, so they give you those real golden, crispy French fries, And do you guys, speaking of French fries, do you know where French fries were first cooked?
I'm afraid to ask.
I think a lot of people think in France, but I don't think that's true. We had that as a trivia question once. I
Maybe.
don't remember where they were actually started. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, they were actually cooked first in Greece.
Wow. You're just on fire today. Oh, my gracious. Wow. That would be correct. Yeah, that makes sense. They were fried in grease.
So if you're looking for some good French frying potatoes, the Kennebecs are where it's at.
Okay.
We've also got the Yukon Golds. Everybody knows the Yukon Gold.
Yep.
I mean,
That's a standard.
That's the standard potato. Those are the good roasting potatoes or mashing or baking. They're just a good yellow flesh, meaty potato.
They work for about everything, right?
They do.
Yeah.
Yep. And when two of those potatoes get together, they have a tater tot.
What else you have for us, Logan?
I assume you plant potatoes.
I actually do not.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if anyone who plants potatoes, if anyone out there has been able to dig up a full deal of potatoes without slicing one.
Ooh, that's a good question.
With the spade, when you
Be
dig
very
them up.
careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you almost have to
I-
dig them up with a smaller tool.
If you've done that, I would say that's really impressive.
Yeah. Well, the soil has to be kind of right for potatoes, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And hopefully you don't get a potato that tries to take over the garden. That'd be a real Darth Tater.
Wow.
So
What'd you eat?
I was just going to
What'd you have for breakfast or supper last night? I don't
Man,
know.
oh, man. Just
Do you have any other
I actually
pro-
had shrimp tacos last night.
shrimp
Yeah,
tacos?
they were pretty good.
sound
Put a
kinda
lot
good.
of hot sauce on them.
No,
Okay.
it's a good day.
It is because
Yes,
you're
it
on a
is.
roll,
It's
man.
a
a
You
good
are
day.
on a roll. Wow.
Yeah,
this
you could
is
call me butter.
amazing.
I'm on a roll.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what else would you like to talk about?
So keeping on with the potatoes,
All right.
we've also got the red Lesotas, which would be a really late season. So those would be the after everything else is done, those would be the last ones you dig up to eat. They're just a good mashing potato, but they're a good late season potato. So when everybody else is out of fresh potatoes, you can have fresh potatoes.
There you go.
And then we've also got the red Pontiacs, which are a really early potato, and those are really good for mashing. So they're really thin skinned, so you don't have to peel them before you mash them, and they've got really shallow eyes as well. So they're a good, really good early mashing type potato. And then everybody's heard of a russet potato.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what's known as an Idaho potato, and it's best for baking or mashing.
All right, you have all those in stock.
We do. We do. Come and get them.
All right. Anything on the farming side, or where are we at as far as cover crops go?
Right now, you'd be still putting in oats. We've still got a pretty good supply, so you've still got plenty of time, and it doesn't look like the weather's gonna hinder anybody, as long as you don't get blown away.
Yeah. Well, we do, as you probably know, I don't want to get too over anxious about this, but we do have a pretty good shot at some moisture on Friday.
I hate to say it, but I'll believe it when I feel it.
Well, there you go. We've been fooled a few times, but yeah, so you could be a great time to get something in before maybe we got a rain.
It would, and that's the way I see it is, you might not want to plant anything because you don't know if there's going to be rain. But if you don't have it planted, it's not going to be able to take up the rain, and it'll be too muddy for you to go in and plant. And then by that time, the moisture might be gone, or it might be too deep that whatever you plant's not going to be able to get to it.
Yeah, you just that risk that the guys take out there is really right in the forefront right now, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you plant something, if you need some feed, and you plant oats, it's a pretty, really a pretty cheap insurance policy. If it does rain, you'll get feed off of it. If it doesn't rain, you're not going to get feed. You'll have to buy feed, but you still have that. It's going to rain eventually.
Yeah, and some of these things you can graze as well.
Yep, exactly. You can pasture them.
Yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of guys that are having to make some pretty tough decisions as to what to plant on some of their irrigated acres. Do we plant forages to feed the cows, or do we plant row crop and get rid of the cows?
Yeah, and reduce the herd.
Yep.
Yeah, those are some of the things I think Drew was talking about on the end of his report. That it's pretty stressful out there for decision makers on the farm and ranch right now. So,
it is, and he did say it best. We're not all in the same boat, but we're weathering the same storm.
Yep, very good, very well said. So, all right. Any last thoughts that you have this morning?
I think I'm all tapped out. I don't think I have much left.
Can I ask you quick about lawns?
Yes.
Where are we at on that? I mean, is it still, I assume that we're kind of in that process of getting the program started.
We are. So our 5-step program, we're sending cards out today, I believe, for that first step. And I will tell everybody just to be patient with their lawns. We got super spoiled this winter, having a pretty darn mild winter, but it's still getting down in the 20s at night.
It's 23, 23 overnight last night.
So that's not really conducive for making yards want to green up and grow very quickly.
Yeah. We're thinking about the water side of it, but really the temperature is a big part of it.
Yeah, if those plants aren't out of dormancy yet, if they're not woke up, you can water all you want, and they're not going to respond to it.
Okay.
My yard is just finally starting to see signs of life. I didn't power rake. I didn't do anything to it.
Right.
Just kind of let Mother Nature go.
And maybe this year that's okay. You don't dig up things where everything's so brittle right now. So, but anytime they want to talk to you about how to take care of the yard, depending on how this unfolds, they can visit with you about it, give you a call, or stop in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Might have been one of your more active shows.
Yeah, we'll see what next week brings.
Oh, we can't wait. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is on a peace mission in Russia. He is in Moscow, where he's met with Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov.
Different interpretations about what's happening in Ukraine, but that does not limit the possibility to have a very serious dialogue on how best we can work to minimize the suffering of people.
Lavrov claims Russia is committed to a diplomatic solution, hours after he warned Ukraine, that is, not to provoke World War III, because the threat of a nuclear conflict, he says, is very real. Correspondent Charlie Daggett is in Ukraine.
The Russian military says it struck 90 targets overnight, killing 500 Ukrainian soldiers and destroying dozens of vehicles. That can't be independently verified, but it's clear that fighting has intensified along the front line.
Governor of Donetsk says a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old were killed in Russian shelling there today. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is Emily Barnett with a look at state news. A central Nebraska man remains behind bars for throwing concrete at a car over the weekend. 39-year-old Sigredo Navarro of Grand Island was arrested for first-degree assault, use of a deadly weapon, and criminal mischief. Police were responding to a suspicious call on Saturday night on North Custer. According to police, Navarro was carrying a chunk of concrete and threw it through a car's window and shattered it. A 9-year-old in the back seat was hit and sustained multiple fractures and a concussion. Police are looking to determine if Navarro knew the victims. A peregrine falcon that recently died at the Woodman Life Tower tested positive for bird flu. According to Nebraska Game and Parks, the peregrine falcon that nests on Omaha's Woodman Life Tower died April 18th after it was seen behaving oddly. The Woodman Life Tower provides a live view of the falcon's nest via webcam. The falcon that recently died was known to return to the tower yearly to lay eggs. Nebraska Game and Parks said the falcon may have died after being exposed to the highly pathogenic avian influenza by its prey. And a trio of Nebraska business leaders will be inducted into the Nebraska Business Hall of Fame next month, according to the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce. Honorees include Mike McCarthy of McCarthy Capital in Omaha, John Sampson of Sampson Construction in Lincoln, and Gloria Thessenwitz of Nova Tech Inc. in Grand Island. The Nebraska Business Hall of Fame banquet will be held on Monday, May 2nd at the Lincoln Marriott Cornhusker Hotel. Nebraska Chamber President Brian Sloan said, quote, "Our honorees this year really embody the ingenuity, determination, and service to community and neighbor that characterizes the good life. Their personal drive and vision of growth have literally brought about game-changing opportunities in both their communities and the quality of life for others."
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
In the NBA playoffs, the Brooklyn Nets are out. Boston completed a 4-game sweep with a Game 4 win at Brooklyn, 116-112. The Nets shot 50% from the floor, but Kevin Durant, despite 39 points and 9 assists, was 13 of 31 shooting. Brooklyn is done. Ben Simmons was still out with a sore back. Toronto's still alive after a win at Philadelphia, 103-88. 76ers lead in this first rounder is 3-2. Dallas went up 3-2, whipping Utah 102-77. Luka Doncic with 33 points. Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz left late in the game with a hamstring injury. He insists he'll be fine for Thursday's Game 6 of the series, which will be in Utah. 3 more playoff games tomorrow night, starting with Miami, top seed in the East, up 3-1 and hosting Atlanta. Heat guard Kyle Lowry will be out again with a hamstring injury. Memphis guard Ja Morant, NBA's most improved player. Baseball, Mets and Dodgers won.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures pushing up into the mid-70s for today. We'll see lots of sunshine. Winds becoming gusty from the southwest, increasing to 15 to 25. Then for tonight, mostly clear, still breezy, a low of 44. For Wednesday, at least some partial sunshine, upper 70s for highs. Then for Thursday, a slight chance for an afternoon storm developing up to 76. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
It's 8:06. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. 40 degrees outside under a clear sky. Winds are beginning to pick up a bit out of the south. Barometric pressure has been steady all morning. Humidity at 44%. High yesterday was 57, an overnight low of a cool 23. Sunset today at 8:30. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:42. No measurable precipitation for the month, but we do again have those chances towards the end of the week. Up next, my co-host, my friend, my brother and son all in one, and my neighbor will take over the show.
Well, okay, I'm in charge.
This is
I
Derek,
guess.
by the way.
Derek?
Yeah.
Derek, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Jeff Denson is here.
Yes.
From Team Physical Therapy.
Absolutely.
Hello, Mr. Denson.
How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
How have you been?
Wonderful.
How are things in the physical therapy world?
Really good.
Good. Yeah. I'm sure you've been working a lot with athletes as we go through the track season.
Yes.
Anything major that you've had to deal with there, or just kind of the regular things?
No, normal muscle sprain stuff.
Yeah.
Just normal track season things.
Yeah, good. You've brought a guest here with you.
Yes.
Derek is with us. So tell us what's the connection here, Mr. Denson?
Derek has been working for our office since last June in Kearney. Wanted to get back to Broken Bow area. We're still efforting that full time, but today is his first day. He's going to start working Tuesdays and Thursdays in Broken Bow, and then continue to make the travel to Kearney on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but for a little bit longer. But hopefully have him here soon.
All right. Okay. Well, Derek, welcome. So this is your first day, and he brings you to the radio station?
Yep, got the text at 6:58 this morning to meet him here. So
see, that was so you wouldn't back out.
Yeah.
So
didn't have any time to say no.
There you go. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. What got you interested in physical therapy, and kind of what led you here?
I mean, same as everyone, pretty much. Sports in high school, got hurt a lot. I just graduated physical therapy school last May. My wife, Jill, also works for Team. She works here in Broken Bow doing pediatrics and stuff. As far as what I do in the clinic, I do dry needling, which is kind of like putting a needle in the muscle to kind of reset the muscle. Helps with pain relief and range of motion, stuff of that nature. And then other than that, I mean, I like seeing athletes, but then also geriatrics, anything really. So,
dry needling has interested me. Can you talk a little bit more about that? I mean, what is the I guess the program or whatever that you go through to where you can be experienced in using that sort of thing?
So it's a continuing education course. So I had to do quite a bit of stuff online for like a couple weeks leading up to it, and then it was like a 3-day lab out in Colorado that I went to. And the whole idea is basically the needle is similar to an acupuncture needle. You kind of are aiming for like a trigger point, so to say, in a muscle. And the idea is that you have an overstimulated muscle, so like a spasm type thing, or an understimulated muscle, so a muscle that's not really working right, that's kind of causing problems, making stuff harder than it needs to be, and bringing both of those to baseline, so you're kind of resetting the muscle and hopefully doing that to lead you to be able to do other exercises and stuff to help the patient.
And I've heard that dry needling can really provide some great results as far as helping people especially manage pain. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've had good results with it. It's just another tool to use. It's I mean, it's not the fix for everything.
Sure.
But it's just another good tool to use for when something isn't quite reacting to therapy the way I want it to. I can do that, and hopefully then it will kind of get better after that.
Oh. Well, Jeff, you have to be thrilled with another youngster, and I guess a couple coming to Team Physical Therapy, and you just continue to grow your staff with good quality people.
Yeah, absolutely. We were excited to bring Derek and Jillian on. Both want to be kind of in this size of community, currently living in Ansley, but we'll see where that goes from there, I guess, now. But
so you guys were in last June here when you first came here, right?
Yep, we both stopped in.
Yeah, that's right. And
okay.
Yeah. And you were living in Ansley already then, I think, right?
Yeah, I think we just moved there like the end of April, early May last year.
Yeah.
So.
Have you run into Heidi and Brian there at the lumberyard?
I don't think so.
Oh, you better go see them. You can fix them up for their aches and pains. They can fix you up for anything you need as far as a project goes around the house. You probably need a project.
Yeah, I'll have to find them.
Yeah,
check them out.
We highly recommend them.
Jeff, was there something that you wanted to mention specifically with what's going on with Team at the moment? Or
yeah, so just adding more time with Derek on Tuesday and Thursday is going to free us up a little bit. We were getting pretty busy on Tuesday and Thursday, and allows us to get more patients in. I'm excited to utilize his dry needling for chronic pain patients. We now have Richard still is providing that service, and now Derek went and got trained, and I think it's just a huge addition to the clinic to have a couple therapists that can be doing that.
One thing I've kind of noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I am, but the one thing I've noticed about Team and with the different physical therapists come in and visit with us on the radio, I think so many of you kind of have specializations maybe in certain areas, and I can just tell you guys love working together and bouncing ideas off each other. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I can tell that.
The collaboration just with experienced therapists, and then everybody has interests that they've been specialized in or have been to more Con Ed with, and we try to share that with each other. I really don't ever want to shove a needle in somebody's muscle, and now I really don't have to. So, and I don't think I'd be very good at that. So it's not something I'm interested in.
I'm sure that you may have had a patient or two where you say, "Hey, you know what?
Absolutely,
this might work for you," and now you have a guy in Derek that can take care of that.
Yeah, I recently had one of our senior female athletes was in the clinic, and I had worked on her for about 3 treatments on really bad trigger points in her leg, and she had 1 session of needling, and she said, "That's way better than working with you."
Yeah.
And so you can get great results with even less pain than me using my hands doing the same, attempting the same thing. It's just less painful and faster, and takes them completely out of pain and just changes the entire joint movement pattern, which is what our goal is, and takes them out of those painful movement patterns very quickly. I can do the same thing, but it causes a lot more pain.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have tools that are safe and way more effective.
And Derek, I assume, let's face it, sometimes there are people that hear the word needle and they're like, "No way, man." But it sounds like it's a technique that should not be feared.
Yeah, I'd say in my experience, most of the time if I bring it up to someone, they'll say no, but then come back the next visit and be like, "Oh man, my hamstring's really bothering me still. I think I want to try that." And really it just feels it should feel like a cramp kind of when I'm doing it, or just kind of like an achy muscle. It really doesn't hurt too bad in my opinion, but
well, the needle itself going in, I guess I had acupuncture. I'm not for sure what I had, but I was surprised. I really didn't know the needle was in as far as the actual needle going in, because it's so small.
Yeah, so the needles I use are 0.3 millimeters in diameter, which is, I don't remember exactly, it's like 1/8 the diameter of like what you get a shot with. So the needle's tiny, and then they're usually like 5 centimeters long or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So actually, the discomfort, if there is any, is maybe how the muscle reacts while you're in there, probably more than the actual piercing.
Yeah, you really don't feel the needle go like through your skin or anything. It's just the muscle kind of clenching up or twitching, which is kind of what we're looking for with it. Is kind of want the muscle to twitch. But
would you teach me how to wet needle? Because I'd like to wet needle him. I'd like to wet needle Brent.
Ouch.
We actually could just bring some needles out and try it on Brent.
That'd be good.
If we can get him to sign off on a few pieces of paper, we're probably good to go.
Well, I would love that. That would be so good.
And we could just needle. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have a particular
well,
muscle?
I'll tell you what. Usually between 7:30 and 9:30, I get this real bad pain in the neck, and so maybe that could help with that.
At least it stays in the neck. That's good.
Yeah. I'd like to be able to relieve that.
I don't know if that particular pain in the neck we can solve.
Okay.
But if it's more in the muscle, we can solve that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? I'll be honest. I'm not opposed to it actually. If you want to
do that live,
if you want to show people how it works, I mean,
in my car.
Well, I didn't mean now. Wait
We're probably going to need to work into this. We're probably going to need a little preparation time.
Derek travels with his needles.
I'm always ready.
And I really think I probably should have some paperwork that he signs before we do this live on Facebook, just in case it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better,
No, it won't.
Denson.
It's going to go great. I'm just sure of it.
Yeah, if your eyes roll back to the top of your head, you got to have some papers signed.
Richard still needled my ankle at a Con Ed thing we were doing within our clinic, and the staff, I squirmed around a little bit because I'm a little bit fearful of needles, and the staff got quite a charge out of that. So, and I think I might get the same charge out of watching you be needled.
Oh, I think that would be talk about entertainment.
We might.
Well, it sure sounds like Derek's up for it.
Oh yeah, he's got him in the car.
All right.
Derek, we were both afraid to state your last name. How do you pronounce your last name?
Lanuski.
Okay, Lanuski?
Yep.
Okay, that's not so bad. It's just remembering and getting it phrased out correctly. So, all right.
Rhymes with husky.
There you go. Yep. There you go. So if you are interested in the dry needling, talk to the folks at Team Physical Therapy about Derek's talents and set up an appointment, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All
Walk-in appointments available.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No.
All
Excited to have him.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Derek.
Yep, thank you.
And be sure and stop in and see Heidi and Brian in Ansley. Tell them the breakfast show sent you.
I'll have to do
You
that.
know what? I think Heidi she probably has a little pain in her neck once in a while being with Brian. Maybe you could relieve some of her pain.
We'll see what I can do.
Okay. Be sure and get the paperwork, though, because Jeff wants you to get the paperwork done. We'll take a time out. We'll continue with these words.
Purple Wave. We sell big, dirty, greasy things. Get the equipment you need now on purplewave.com. Hundreds of items sell each week. All items guaranteed to the highest bidder, regardless of the price. Bid now on farm equipment, construction equipment, vehicles, and more. purplewave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
We have a lot of fun here at KCNI KBBN Radio, so much so that a question we get a lot is, do you guys actually work out there? Well, yes, we do, while having fun. This is Jeremy, station manager at KCNI KBBN. We have an open position that is perfect for a friendly, outgoing person who likes to meet and talk to new people. You are sure to meet new people and, yes, have a blast with this position. No radio experience? No problem. We're excited to train you. Toss your resume my direction, Jeremy at sandhillsexpress.com. Jeremy at sandhillsexpress.com.
Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow is there for you when you're gearing up for your sports endeavors. They have you covered for spring and summer and from head to toe if you need it for track, baseball, or softball. Don't see what you're searching for? Make sure you talk to Scott. He'll do what he can to get it for you. Geared for Sports, always ready to go the extra distance for their customers. West side of the square in Broken Bow.
20 past the hour of 8 o'clock. It will not be long, and Mark Stock will be calling in with Big Iron Auction Company to visit with us about all the auctions that they have coming up and how you can get your items on the auction block with Big Iron. So we'll find out more about that in the very near future. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Thanks to Derek and Jeff for coming in from Team Physical Therapy. Next time they come back, Derek's going to be cleared to needle Brent's neck. I can't wait. I think you'll be surprised. It probably won't be that exciting because I don't think it really, it will be hopefully relief to you.
I was just going to say, I'm kind of looking forward to it.
But as far as it hurting, I don't really think it.
No. I trust those guys.
Well, I do too, but I also trust Jeff to inflict a little pain of some kind.
That I wouldn't be surprised about.
So, always good to have you folks along. We always appreciate it. And we'll also invite you to stay tuned. I believe Off-Broadway Assisted is coming in a little bit later on as well. So, in the meantime, Brent has a stack of papers over there. And maybe you want to kind of highlight some things that are coming up or some job openings or whatever you would like to talk about. Brent Apperson.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. They're growing and looking for an energetic, results-oriented agent in their Broken Bow office. Insurance license and or experience is a plus, but it's not required. They'll pay to get you licensed and trained for the right person. Computer and people skills, though, are a must. So if you're interested in joining the Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency team, just give Liana a call at 308-836-2201. Of course, they deal in all types of insurance at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. They do remind you it's a great time to check on the value your home is insured for. With building costs and the fire danger, you want to be sure you could replace your home and belongings like they were before the loss. So it's really good to get in and get that reviewed if you haven't done so recently. As always, quotes are free. They'd love to have the chance to provide insurance protection for the things that matter most to you. So contact them today at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. And again, if you're interested in joining their team, contact Liana at 308-836-2201. Do
you want me to add anything to that particular live read?
Well, that's entirely up to you, Dave.
Well, Chip is hip on insurance, especially on the ag side. So if you want to work with a hip guy, Chip is hip.
Okay.
Here in Broken Bow, Tiny Tim is here at the Broken Bow office, and he is big on insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, there's Liana, who is hotter than a plate of steaming lasagna. I appreciate you letting me add that to the live read, and I know how comfortable you are with that.
Mm-hmm. You want me to give you another job opportunity here?
Well, why not?
Want to do that?
Yeah, let's talk jobs.
Okay. Hey, do you like to drive big trucks? Work as a team? Want a lasting career? How about building a retirement that you can count on? Well, you can do all of those things if you work for the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They have a place for you. For full job descriptions or to apply, you can visit their website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. And we do remind you that to apply for these jobs, you must do it online. So again, the web address is statejobs.nebraska.gov. They have positions like auto diesel mechanic, highway construction technician, and highway maintenance workers are available as well at Ansley, Big Springs, Ogallala, North Platte, and Thetford. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. And again, we always remind you that as we go through these job opportunities on The Breakfast Show, you can always go to sandhillsexpress.com and look at the job postings in full on the employment page.
We'll be right back.
All of us at Bruning Bank would like to congratulate all 2022 graduates on your well-deserved success. You have worked hard, and we are happy to share in the excitement of this great milestone in your lives. Whatever your plans after graduation may be, Bruning Bank can help you reach any goals you have for the future. Remember that we have a free checking account with no minimum balance. It's only $50 to open and allows up to 10 free foreign ATM withdrawals. We can also help you establish or improve your credit with a Bruning Bank credit card or a personal loan for a new car or anything you may need. Contact us with any questions. Learn more at BruningBank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Springtime is here, believe it or not. We just need some more of that hard-to-get warm weather and some rain. Spring is definitely here at Bo Bootery, though. Our shelves have some great spring styles on them for men, women, and kids. Shoes, sandals, and flip-flops galore. Not all of our orders have come in yet, but you wouldn't know it by looking at what we have. Come visit Bo Bootery and welcome spring with us. East side of the square in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Jodine. Let's go to the telephone right on time. One of the most punctual people we know, Mark Stock, is ready to go to talk about Big Iron Auction Company. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Oh, I tell you what, I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing?
We're doing really well. We're banking on this forecast for some rain later on this week. What's it look like on your end?
We have got our fingers crossed, our toes crossed, our hair follicles crossed. We're just crossing everything we can to make sure that this rain happens. It's getting kind of serious out here as I drive across Nebraska. You know, heading out to the west, it's pretty dry, and we're feeling it for everybody out there waiting for this grass to turn green, because it hasn't turned green much yet. It can't without any moisture. So let's keep praying, throw a little extra money in the collection plate is what my grandpa always used to tell me.
All right. Good advice. I'm sure you're busy. Tell us about what's going on.
Well, we've got some livestock selling today, folks. So we have got an outstanding opportunity. 65 different lots of livestock selling on our Big Iron platform that closes out here at 1 o'clock. Pochop Farm and Angus Ranch out of McDonald, Kansas. They've got 7 real powerful Angus bulls selling today. Troy Pinkelman, they've got 5 bulls off their ranch by Bloomfield, Nebraska. A lot of these folks love using the Big Iron platform when they don't have enough to have their own sale, or they've just got some leftover bulls, and that's what we've got going on. In fact, Chad Nelson is from Wisner, Nebraska. They've got 5 Wagyu bulls, and they've got quite a few packages of Wagyu bull semen that is selling today. Fromm Brothers by Nelson, Nebraska. They've got Red Angus heifer pairs that are selling today. Tisthammer Brothers out of Albion, Nebraska. They've got black and black Baldy pairs that will be sold. Stephan Dowdett Family Farms, they're from St. Francis, Kansas. They've got 20 first calf heifer pairs that are selling today. In addition, folks, Ron Jiggs Vier, he's from Rushville, Nebraska. They got 25 Hereford pairs. They've got 15 Hereford replacement heifers that are selling as well, and they're picking the best of the best here to keep back for their heifer replacements. And then Rocking Y Feed Yard, they're from Gordon, Nebraska, folks. They've got 36 different black Angus pairs that are selling today on BigIron.com. So if you're looking for some livestock and you want to just watch the auction from your home or from your computer, go to BigIron.com, look at all the video footage, look at all the information, call the owners if you have questions. They'll tell you about the livestock that is being sold today. Then at 2 o'clock this afternoon, guys, we've got 737 acres in Nemaha County, Nebraska that will sell. This land is selling in 5 different tracts. We've got a 320-acre tract that is predominantly cropland, just a little bit of pasture. We've got 117 acres that's got some cropland and pasture. Then we've got 160 acres that's pretty much all pasture, 120 acres pretty much all pasture, and then a 20-acre site that's got pasture plus an older home that's had some work done to it. It'd be a great hunting or cabin for those folks that like to go out and do turkey hunting and deer hunting, because there's a lot of hunting opportunities on this particular property. But Ron Stock is at the Arbor Manor Steakhouse and Hotel in Auburn, Nebraska right now as we speak, as this online auction is going to conclude here at 2 o'clock this afternoon. If you need some land in southeast Nebraska, go to the Big Iron website, because that auction is today. Now, we do have a big lineup of equipment that will sell on Wednesday, April the 27th to tomorrow's sale, folks. Over 2,000 items from a lot of different sellers. I believe we have 8 different retirement sales. Leonard and Patricia Raymeyer, they are having their sale from Leroy, Kansas. Their auction consists of a Case IH 2388 combine. They got an 8-row 30 corn head. It's the 2208 series. They got a Magnum 275 tractor. They got a 2000-year model Mack CH613 semi-truck tractor. This is the day cab truck, folks, and everybody likes these Macks because they can go in and out of fields real good. But that's the Leonard and Patricia Raymeyer sale by Leroy, Kansas. Then we got the Blue View Farm sale by St. Francis, Kansas. 120 items on their sale. They've got a John Deere 8210 and a John Deere 8100. They've got a John Deere 568 round baler, a Landau 6230 26-foot disc. They've got a Gleaner R62 combine and a sunflower drill. They got a New Holland HW320 windrower. Their public inspection is today, folks, from 1 to 7 in St. Francis, Kansas. So head on over that direction for more information. Plus, we've got a lot of other sellers that are utilizing the BigIron.com website. If you are in the market, folks, for quality equipment, we encourage you to dial up Big Iron. Lutkins Construction. They're out of Holstein, Iowa. They've got dozers and construction-related equipment. We've got Ranger Oilfield Services Corporation. Their sale in Hennessy, Oklahoma, features a lot of construction-related and oilfield equipment, including a bunch of these frac tanks. Now, a lot of people are buying the frac tanks, folks, and they're cleaning them out, and they're using them for either A, fertilizer storage, or also using them for fuel storage tanks. So you might want to look at those frac tanks for those opportunities. Plus, we've got a sale in Jansen, Nebraska, folks. This is a retirement sale for Roy and Shirley Eggert. Jansen, Nebraska, folks, is the place where you're going to find 44 items that will sell. They've got some really nice Chevrolet trucks selling on their sale and some GMC trucks. So go to BigIron.com for more information about that sale that's taking place tomorrow. Sean Jensen Estate in Brookings, South Dakota, selling an international truck on BigIron.com. Stephen McCaslin, they're retiring from Yuma, Colorado. They've got some nice items that will be included on tomorrow's sale. Storm, drains, etc., retirement. They are out of Marengo, Iowa. They've got 147 items selling on their particular sale. A lot of variety there on that for those folks. And then we've got a special sale here on Thursday this week, April the 28th, for the Jerry Hawkins Estate. This sale's featuring a lot of equipment, including a John Deere 4430 tractor. They've got a John Deere 8430, and they've got a John Deere 6140 mechanical front tractor with only 928 hours. But what's getting a lot of attention is their 2011 John Deere 1770 Series 24-row 30 planter. Please check that out. They got a John Deere 9770 combine selling on Thursday. They got a Peterbilt 379 semi-truck. It's an extended hood that's selling on Thursday as well. All this equipment on this special single-seller sale with 129 items selling out of Pierre, South Dakota. What a wonderful drive to Pierre, South Dakota to buy real good quality, well-cared-for equipment. Those are just some of the things that are going on, folks, today, tomorrow, and then on Thursday here on Big Iron. And as always, we are listing equipment that will sell throughout the summer months. We've got quite a few retirement sales, even some estate auctions coming up here this later summer and into fall. And we've also got our classic car sale coming up here, I believe, in June. So if you've got some collector or classic cars or pickups that you would like to get sold, we encourage you to get a hold of Andy Birdsell so he can come out to visit with you and look at your collection. And boy, do we have some dandies. We got some cars, folks, that are going to get attention from all across the world. Some Ford Boss 9s. We've got some El Caminos. We got some of these fancy Chevelles that are matching numbers and low miles, original, been stored underneath the same shed for 25, 30 years. So you're going to have a mouth-watering opportunity to buy some quality classics here coming up in June. So if you want to add some of your cars to this huge classic car event, we encourage you to get a hold of Big Iron. Dial us at 1-800-937-3558.
All right, Mark, all of that very, very timely and interesting, but the last subject you brought up is making many of the folks out there who love classic cars mouths water just a little bit. That sounds like a great sale.
It's going to be something special. I'm telling you, this 1970 Boss 429 with 19,000 original miles, all matching, white with the black stripe, a true barn find, and it's going to sell to the highest bidder here on our classic car sale coming up in June. They only made 499 of these cars, and something special. And then the El Camino, folks, is one of 4 of this make and model. It's an SS, all matching, and I believe it's got less than 20,000 miles as well. All original. These cars would be headliners in any car auction anywhere in America, and they're selling on BigIron.com.
Man, that sounds fantastic. Mark, thanks a lot for taking time to talk to us today. Have a great rest of your week.
Hey, I will, and you guys do too, and let's keep praying for rain. Keep those fingers crossed.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
8:35.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Really smooth sound of John Mayer. That's his latest, called Wild Blue, right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll be right back with more.
You've been asking, and it's happening. The Kahuna is back at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow every Wednesday. Swing by anytime on Wednesdays and get a ticket. Then come back at 6 for the drawing. You must be present to win. If your ticket is drawn, you choose one of 3 envelopes containing $100 cash, a chef's dinner giveaway, your choice of a meal prepared by the Bonfire, given only once monthly, or a gift certificate. If the cash isn't taken, it adds up and increases for the next week. Join in on the fun, the Kahuna Drawing, every Wednesday at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow.
Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow has a great first aid selection available to you. Items for those springtime scrapes, bumps, and scratches, including hot and cold packs, first aid creams and ointments, and various sizes of bandages. Also going on now, save $2 on any NextCare product with the in-store coupon. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
20 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock. Today, you should know, Brent and listeners, it's School Bus Drivers Day today.
All right. Yay. I'm going to clap for that one.
Fourth Tuesday in April is annually School Bus Drivers Day. Think of taking one child to school as sometimes being a little bit of a chore, and, you know, getting there on time and getting the kids to get their backpack and do all of that and get loaded in the car. Try 72 if you have a full bus, or 20, or, you know, whatever the number is. To be able to tune out all that noise and focus on the road is a mystery to most parents. You know, to have that talent to drive a bus and keep the kids safe. Here's a note, though. We think about buses being only around since the motorized vehicle, but there were actually buses back in the 1800s. They used horse-drawn carriages and bus the kids to school. So some of those stories that you heard about going, walking 3 miles to school both ways uphill may not all be true. They may have been in a buggy.
Ah, there you go.
But we do want to take our hats off to the school bus drivers. They do a great job keeping our children safe out there. Tomorrow, let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting at this time live from Callaway at the school. They're at the football field and track. And the walkathon will be underway. They're going to start at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think some of the kids are going to be walking early on, some of the volunteer firemen, community members. And I know I heard the story this morning on local news, and you folks probably did too, that they would love to have people come from everywhere. You don't have to be involved in the Callaway community to come and help raise some money for volunteer firemen. In March, there were several departments that were called to Callaway to keep fire from destroying buildings and property and maybe even lives, and they got it done. And that particular day was a nasty, windy day like we've had for so many days, and they were able to stop that. And now we look at what's happened since then with other departments. It's just something we're very aware of. But the community wanted to thank the firemen, the volunteers, and EMTs, and everybody involved, and so they're having a walkathon. They're going to walk as long as the firemen and volunteers fought the fire. So they're starting at 5 a.m. and walking till 10 p.m. Now, we won't be there that long, but we'll be there for the breakfast show, and Jeremy and Gavin and Emily are going to kind of cover the rest of the day and visit with people who are walking and do some interviews and play some music for the people walking. So that all starts tomorrow morning at 7:30, and we'll be live from Callaway. Yours truly and Brent Apperson.
Look forward to that.
Should be fun.
Have we ever completely went remote on the breakfast show where we actually engineer and do things on site? Will this be kind of the first time doing that?
A couple of times we have done that. As a matter of fact, the big tie line, the older tie line that you're familiar with, there's actually a setting there that was built just for the breakfast show.
Oh.
So we did do a couple where it pulled up the breakfast show playlist. Guess we could do that tomorrow if we wanted to, and you just push the button to play the commercials. So we did it a couple of times maybe, but not on a regular basis at all. So and with technology changing, we'll do it a little bit different. But everything will be run from Callaway.
That's the plan anyway.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll have Jeff Bailey sitting here playing commercials for us and doing an engineering job. But I don't think that'll be a problem because you've done plenty of ball games from there. So
we have, yeah. I think everything will run good. Looking forward to it. It'll be fun to be there and talk to the folks and be able to kind of view it as it happens, and it'd be a lot of fun.
They're going to have some food there while it lasts, so if you want to bring a little something to eat to make sure you have your lunch or your afternoon snack or your supper, that's probably a good idea. But they will have free food starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow, and you can walk and have a little snack or a lunch. If you'd like more information or want to sign up, call them at 308-836-2272, 836-2272, or if you don't make the call, that's all right. If things open up for you tomorrow, come on over and walk. You can walk as long as you want, and it will be on the old Callaway track. I think that's actually maybe even grass, so the walking will be pretty easy, not hard on your feet or anything. And donations will be graciously accepted. And if you want to make a check out, you can write a check to the Callaway Volunteer Firemen. All the proceeds will go to the Callaway Firemen. The Callaway Walkathon tomorrow starting at 5 a.m. Oh, boy. Get up around 4:30 or 4 o'clock and get dressed and start walking if you like. We talked about it yesterday. We'll continue to remind you that May 6th is the deadline for donations to the Custer County Volunteer Fire Department Assistance Fund through the Custer County Foundation. Lindsay Cook, Executive Director, would really love to talk to you about making a donation of any size. You can drop by the foundation here in Broken Bow, or you can mail your donations to Post Office Box 304 in Broken Bow, and just designate it to the Custer County Fire Department's button on the home page if you do it online or if you write the check. Just make it out to the foundation and signify that it's a tab for the fire men and women. So that's underway, and again, the deadline on that is the 6th of May. So a few more days for you to make those donations. Rita Coolidge. Now, Rita Coolidge was known for her soft rock when she first hit the scene, and she's very good at it. Has a great voice, great songwriter. But here, about a year ago, she released one called Doing Fine. Rita Coolidge, Doing Fine. That release a year or so ago. Great slide guitar on that as well. And a little organ, B3 there for you. It is 8:51. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Let's talk a little bit about Velma.
Okay.
I don't mean rumors or talking behind her back. I'm talking about Velma's talent at Circle V Stitch and Post.
Yes, does beautiful work with her quality custom embroidery service. Of course, we know graduation right around the corner. If you want to put together a special gift for that graduate, talk to Velma. Obviously, some of the things she does take some time to put them together, but visit with her about special things that she can do for you. Maybe you've been invited to a wedding coming up, maybe a baby shower. She does wonderful things for those types of celebrations, such as onesies, afghans, blankets, towel sets, and more, all personalized for the happy couple or new parents. Also, Velma carries top quality letter jackets. She can help you personalize it just the way your student wants. Maybe it's time to plan ahead and get your order in for next year's school season. So to get your creation started today, give Velma a call at 872-6173. 872-6173 for Circle V Stitch and Post, located just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road.
I heard a rumor, speaking of rumors and speaking about things maybe on TikTok, logs, Spacebook, Skitter, all those platforms. But I'm pretty sure this is correct.
Okay.
Because I heard it from Shannon.
Oh, okay.
She's just right next to my door, my office door. And I heard her explaining.
Okay. What, were you having a conversation with her, or were you eavesdropping in on a conversation?
Both.
Oh, okay.
First time she told me about it, and then I eavesdropped on her.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Hey, by the way, I want to ask you a question, and put this for a conversation later. Do they still make onesies for full-grown women?
I don't know. Did they ever?
Yeah.
Oh,
in the 70s, when the ladies wore hip huggers.
Oh.
The bell-bottom hip hugger pants.
Okay.
I think they wore onesies because they wouldn't come untucked. They would stay tight.
I see.
I think.
All right.
Sylvester's in Broken Bow, I understand. Yes. And I don't know whether Chris Lager wears onesies or not. Probably not, because he's pretty laid back. He would not really care if his shirt was tucked in or not.
Uh-huh.
But he is one heck of a music man, and he's coming back to Sylvester's for a special performance this weekend.
Yes, he is, and it is going to be a special performance indeed. This Friday at Sylvester's in Broken Bow, it's going to be a celebration of life for Jenna Duda. And the Chris Lager Band is going to be there as the friends and family of Jenna celebrate her. A Celebrate Life feel is kind of woven throughout every Chris Lager Band performance. So come on out and see him this Friday night at Sylvester's from 9 until 1. It will be a special evening. So we encourage you to do that. Of course, Sylvester's, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. And again, this is planned for Friday, the Chris Lager Band performing at Sylvester's from 9 to 1 on Friday night.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. We might, I don't know if Shannon is here, I might ask her if they still make onesies for ladies.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Shannon would be the best source for that. Because she might still wear hip hugger bell bottoms once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shannon?
Yes, Dave.
You have to speak up just a little bit. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
That's better. That's better. Shannon, can you answer a question for Brent? He's curious.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not the... Whoa. Shannon, I'm not the one that has this question. This is actually Dave's question, just to clarify.
A little more...
Okay.
I mean, I believe that.
All right.
Okay. Do they still make... Because I think back in the 70s... they made onesies for women that were one-piece snap outfits like you'd put on a baby.
Right.
So that they could wear the hip hugger bell-bottom pants.
Yes.
Do they still make onesies for women?
Yes, they do.
All
Oh,
right.
well,
All right. Any particular style?
No, not really. They have long sleeve ones. They have tank top ones. They have ones that look even like T-shirts.
Really?
You can pick your style.
Well, I did not know that.
I know. It's crazy. It's a crazy world out there.
She got that right. I thought that was probably, old school. I didn't realize they still made them.
No, I've got a few.
Did you really?
Of course I do.
Do you have low-rider, hip-hugger, bell-bottom pants?
Well, not right now because the high waist is in style, but I do have bell-bottom pants.
Oh, the high waist is in style. What's that all about? I noticed on a commercial on TV, there was this gal, I know it's an insurance commercial or something like that. I don't even remember what the commercial was. And I told my wife, she had these white pants on. I said, well, those are the silliest looking pants I've ever seen. It looks like they're up past her belly button.
But then you can wear a cute short top and it looks good.
Oh. we'll take your word for it.
Are you laughing at me? I'm serious.
Do you have those high rider pants too?
Oh, you mean capris?
Oh, not capris. Oh, don't even bring those up. No.
Oh, I try not to have high rider pants. I like longer pants.
Yeah, but I mean the ones that are up over your belly button.
Oh, high-waisted, yes.
Yeah.
I have some of those as well.
Oh, Lordy. You know what?
I should show you the pants I have on right now. They're super fun.
Super fun pants.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, why don't you come in the 9 o'clock hour and show us?
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. Super fun pants that possibly go up over your belly button. I think someday they're going to look back at those high-waist pants and think, what was I wearing those for? You're not even saying anything.
I've got nothing to say.
Why aren't you saying anything?
Well, I just don't really have anything to add to the conversation.
Yeah, right.
Sager.
In the NBA playoffs, the Brooklyn Nets are out. Boston completed a 4-game sweep with a Game 4 win at Brooklyn, 116-112. The Nets shot 50% from the floor, but Kevin Durant, despite 39 points and 9 assists, was 13 of 31 shooting. Brooklyn is done. Ben Simmons was still out with a sore back. Toronto's still alive after a win at Philadelphia, 103-88. 76ers lead in this first rounder is 3-2. Dallas went up 3-2, whipping Utah 102-77. Luka Doncic with 33 points. Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz left late in the game with a hamstring injury. He insists he'll be fine for Thursday's Game 6 of the series, which will be in Utah. 3 more playoff games tomorrow night, starting with Miami, top seed in the East, up 3-1 and hosting Atlanta. Heat guard Kyle Lowry will be out again with a hamstring injury. Memphis guard Ja Morant, NBA's most improved player. Baseball, Mets and Dodgers won.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures pushing up into the mid-70s for today. We'll see lots of sunshine. Winds becoming gusty from the southwest, increasing to 15 to 25. Then for tonight, mostly clear, still breezy, a low of 44. For Wednesday, at least some partial sunshine, upper 70s for highs. Then for Thursday, a slight chance for an afternoon storm developing up to 76. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, is prepared to help you this spring. Your pivots are going to be working hard as always, which means you want to make sure they're up to it. Schedule a pivot inspection with Custer Electric and Irrigation. Every 4th inspection is free, by the way, and you receive 10% off all parts used. Here's another plus. Inspected pivots get a 10% parts discount during irrigation season. When it comes to electrical work, the season doesn't matter. When you need residential, commercial, or ag work done, call Custer Electric and Irrigation. They can tackle that well motor rewinding too. If you're looking for the only business in the area that can take on your electrical, ag, and irrigation needs with one phone call or handshake, you've found it. Your friends at Custer Electric and Irrigation look forward to partnering with you. Call today at 872-7786, follow them on Facebook, or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:05. Thank you, Custer Electric and Irrigation, for bringing our listeners weather and news and a little bit of sports there this morning. It is 46 degrees outside, Brent Apperson.
Good. All right.
Sunny skies and winds so far not a big factor out of the south. They will pick up later on today.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, we're getting ready to bring some guests in, and this would be Jody and Jessica from Off-Broadway.
Okay.
Do you think it's appropriate if I ask them what sort of pants they have on?
No. Don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So you don't think that'd be a good idea?
No, I don't. I would advise you to not ask.
Okay, all right. We'll get them in here. We'll talk about Off-Broadway, and we won't go down the pant leg at all.
Okay.
On the first part of the journey.
roads. So then they go outside and walk, but with the wind, it's kind of held them back a little bit. But they do kind of step outside for a little bit and then come back in and decide that the wind is too much. But they can walk over to the gazebo, and their family can go and join them. Otherwise, they can go as a group or by themselves and just sit and enjoy the birds singing. And it's just a nice, peaceful place.
It is. And if the weather isn't okay, we talked about this before, but I think is it on another upper level there, you have a nice room where families can meet around a table and even have, I imagine if they wanted to have something catered in or have a meal with their family there. It's in the library, right?
They do have the library, but we also have the third floor balcony, which has a couch, a TV, a large dining room table.
Oh, okay.
Chairs. That's where we do exercise most days. We have exercise in the mornings. But yeah, families can reserve that room anytime. They can come and have, say, an afternoon movie with their loved ones, or they can have, say, little family get together for, say, like a little reunion or something, just to get everybody together. Yep, they can utilize that as much as they want. There's movies. We've got galore, lots of movies, as well as cable TV, a couch, a couple chairs, and the large dining room table.
You can gather with your friends and family quite easily there then. And then after the company leaves, usually you're kind of wore out. And so I would think a nice thing to do would be, grab a little hot tub time and just kind of chill a little bit. You can even do that.
Yeah, we have a whirlpool that our residents use. They utilize it. They get it twice a week, for sure. And that is a huge popular, kind of jealous, to be honest.
I would be too. No kidding. I've been able to, I think I saw it right after it was put in. And it's easy to get in and out of.
Absolutely.
But still state of the art.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It's very, very fancy. And then we also have that library that you're talking about that they can go in and out and grab books and bring books in, that they've read. And I have a gentleman that goes in there on a daily basis and gets a different book, and then he brought some books himself that he donated, and so yeah, they can utilize that as well. So
that's the one thing that we probably need to highlight as much as anything, is the fact that the folks who live at Off-Broadway, if they still are able to drive and like to drive, they can come and go as they like. They could call the city, Broken Bow City, and have the bus come pick them up.
And they do.
Yeah, so
they do.
You're not just there. You can go anywhere you would like to go, right?
Yeah, we have, I think, a lady that's working at the rummage sale all week. So the bus picks her up and takes her to the rummage sale, and she volunteers, and then they bring her back in the afternoon. So, and then we have some residents as well go to, and they get in their car and they go do their own shopping, or they go out to their farm, or they go, they come and go as they please, as long as we just ask that they check in and out just for safety.
Sure.
But other than that, they are free to do whatever they choose to do.
And the food is great.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, maybe they want to get together with a friend and go to a different restaurant, change things up a little bit. That's all okay. That's all good.
Yep, as long as they let the kitchen know, so we don't plan on them. But they also can have their friend come eat with us.
Yeah.
So, and again, if they just let the kitchen know, they can get a meal, and they can have a meal in their room. So, yeah, they can do that as well. So they can go down and eat at Betty's Cafe or Tumbleweed or whatever, and Runza. And
sometimes I think we... how do I want to put this? I'll try to do it in the right way. But a lot of times it's folks who live at Off-Broadway, are single, for whatever reason. But there have been couples that have moved in and enjoyed living together.
We do have a couple there.
Yeah, I mean, that happens quite a bit. So
Yes, you can be single, you can be a couple. It just depends on the room that you get or whatever. But as long as you meet the criteria that, the 65 years and older, and you just need a little bit of assistance or no assistance. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I was a little bit like Brent. For some reason, I had in my head that it was 55, not 65. And I was thinking about how nice it would be for Brent and Shelley, when they reach 55, to maybe consider moving out of the neighborhood and moving into off-Broadway.
Are they a problem? Should we know about this?
I would like to have an answer to this question as well. What? I just moved in. You want me to leave already? I just came into the neighborhood. Now he's like trying to find other places I can go. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, I just was thinking you might like
You've hurt my feelers.
Well,
I bet you that's not the first time.
No, it's not.
No, I don't intentionally try to hurt Brent's feelers, but 65 is the
yes.
You need to be 65, single, a couple, whatever.
Yeah.
And do you have some rooms?
Yes, we do. We do have a few.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, people come and go,
Right.
And so we're always trying to. We do have some of a waiting list on certain things, which they, when they call, they would find that out. So my main thing is that they would just need to call and ask for availability and what their needs are, and then we can go from there. So.
Okay. All right. Now, this might be a little bit of a touchy question. Maybe it's not fair to ask you this.
Sure.
But I know there are some insurances that cover some things, and there's some insurances that don't cover things. When they have a discussion with you about any insurance issues, do you have somebody there that can talk to them about that?
Yes, that would be our administrator, Jody.
Jody does that. Okay.
Yep. She would be able to help them with any. And if it's anything medical, we have our nurse that takes care of that.
Okay.
So we do have a nurse available, and then we have caregivers and med aids. So yeah, they can help with that, but we usually send them to our main nurse, Audrey, and then Jody, our administrator, whenever it comes to paperwork questions.
Okay.
So,
All right. You mentioned the rummage sale, or that's a full steam ahead today, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today and tomorrow, 8 till in the evening,
Yep.
and then half day on Thursday.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And we do have some positions available.
Okay.
Dietary manager, med aids. We do offer a great benefit package. So give us a call if we can find a place for you. So
Okay.
we'd love to have you join our team. It's a fun bunch of ladies and a couple gentlemen. And so you don't have to be a lady to work there.
Right.
So, yep.
Well, it's not a hard place to find. It's called Off-Broadway for a reason, and it also is easy to spot visually because it's, I think, probably the tallest building in town.
It's beautiful.
It's a nice structure.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. We're updating it on basically a daily basis. I mean, we're painting and changing out carpets, and we keep it up to date very well.
Okay. All right. Or anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to visit about?
Nope, I think we're good. The residents keep very busy, so lots to do.
Okay.
So.
Is it too early? Say if Brent wanted to talk about when he was eligible to move in, could he be on the list now?
Have him give me a call.
Okay. All right.
I know of someone who's already eligible.
Really?
Just
okay. Yeah.
throwing that out there.
Send me his phone number and his address,
okay,
and I'll take care of that.
All right, sounds good. Do you still have a special going on to the end of the month?
Yes, we do. Yep,
right.
we do. And again, give us a call. We would love to share that special with you. Take advantage of it. This is the time to move in. I mean, with the weather, other than the wind, which is, other than that, we would love to visit with you. So,
yeah, sometime through the summer, getting moved in before the fall and winter again.
Yep.
Perfect timing. So
absolutely, when the weather's nice and it's not such a burden with the snow and the whatnot. So, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Appreciate
you.
It. And I was going to ask your opinion on some things about fashion, but we'll save that for next show.
I think Jody would love to answer that.
Oh, I bet she would.
Yes. I hope you're listening, Jody.
We'll be right back right after these words.
Pearson Physical Therapy invites you to upcoming free events to learn essential skills for caregivers. April 27th at the Pearson PT office at 5:30 or at the Broken Bow Library May 26th at 2. Learn instruction on fall prevention, transfer training, positioning tips, lifting techniques, and more. To RSVP, call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or go to pearsonpt.com.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Brett and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Didn't get to birthdays. There's a few significant birthdays I'd like to mention at this time.
Please do.
If you're celebrating a birthday today, you're celebrating a birthday with Carol Burnett.
Oh, wow, great. Did you like the Carol Burnett show?
Watched it quite a bit.
We watch reruns of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
good, clean fun.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, the humor, Harvey. It's Harvey, right?
Yeah.
Not Harvey Korman and Tim Conway. Oh my goodness, when Tim Conway would do the old guy, those were just classic skits.
Oh, they were great comedians, and they had a lot of fun together. But she's 89 today.
Wow.
Yep. And she was known for the Carol Burnett show. She also did some pretty interesting acting performances in different things on the serious side late in her career. Chris Mars is 61 today, the drummer for The Replacements, if you followed that band. And also Roger Taylor is 62 today, the longtime drummer for Duran Duran. He was also a member of Arcadia and the Power Station. I did not know this. That's always kind of a shocker when you think somebody has passed away and they haven't.
Oh.
But this would be the case for yours truly anyway. Duane Eddy is still alive, and he's 84 today. Hall of Fame guitarist known for his rockabilly twang of the 50s and 60s. He was a pioneer. If I remember correctly, he actually took his amplifier and put it inside of a barrel to get that echo sound that he was so famous for. I'm sure then later technology did that for him. But Duane Eddy, a pioneer, and still going at 84. Tom Welling is 45, best known for starring as the young Clark Kent in the series Smallville. And one that I know you'll know that not all of us would.
Oh.
Kane.
Ah, yes, WWE Hall of Famer.
That is sick.
What? I'm just saying.
55 today.
All right, the Big Red Machine.
Oh, Shannon is here.
My God. Wait a minute. How old is Kane again?
55.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now, look at that outfit.
Yes.
Let me put the guest camera on so you folks who are watching can see. You probably have to go that way, Shannon. Now, that is a 60s look going on there. Bell bottoms with brown, white, yellow stripes. And I have to ask you, is that a high waist one or you don't have to show us. That would not be appropriate here on the Breakfast Show.
No, I wasn't going to show you.
Okay.
But it is a high waist, yes.
It's a high waist?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Lordy.
Lola Chapin gave me these pants.
Those are nice.
I know. Since the first time I've worn them, it was super sweet of her. She said that they made her think of me.
made for Shannon. Yeah.
So aren't they cute? And they're super soft.
They're soft.
Mhm.
and they're high waist.
When they're high waist.
But
yes.
you have a shirt on to where you really can't tell, so it
Well,
looks
no.
great. Yeah.
And then, a little blazer jacket. Brent, don't you love my
What?
pants?
No, yes, they're great. They're fun.
They are
fun pants.
But it makes Brent nervous that we're talking about it. I can see him over there squirming.
No, it's just fashion. We're just talking fashion.
Fashion's not your thing.
I'm just not really. No, I mean, everybody can tell fashion is not Brent's thing.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, they look great. They look great.
I know.
You'll be a
since
hit
y'all were
out there
talking
today.
about pants, and I
Mhm.
got to wear my fun pants that Lola gave me,
Mhm.
I had to come show you.
I haven't seen the black jacket, I don't think.
No, it's newer. I got that at one of the little boutiques in the square as well.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's come in handy lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's Christy today? I said hello, and she said hello back. I had to ask her again because the hello that she gave me wasn't really enthusiastic at all. But but I did, when I prompted her, she did pull through with a little bit better hello.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad. I mean, she seems fine.
Okay.
To me.
All right.
I mean, but
I don't want to go too far with this because Christy and I have been getting along the last 2.5 days pretty well.
oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
2.5.
Once you got
isn't it like
once you got past the goopy spoon thing.
Oh, well,
I've noticed that you're doing better. Yeah,
Well-
the relationship is a little stronger. You had to work through that.
growing.
You had to work through that though, because yikes, I like left the room.
I heard a
It
little
was-
bit about it when I was
She
out
got
and about.
all wired on that deal.
Well, I kind of feel like you kind of get yourself in there as well.
You think?
I mean, I'm just gonna.
I mean, talk about worked up. You know what? Well, no, I'm not going to go there.
No, now you're gonna just ruin everything.
That's what I do.
The last 2.5 days have been too good. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, I
Dave.
mean.
Well,
it is only Tuesday, right? What is 2.5 days?
Well, we had
What
the
did you see
gathering.
her?
Okay.
Friday night we had the gathering.
Oh, yes, we did, which was super fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave, too.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It was.
And when
it
she
was a
sat
good time.
across from Joan and I, and we had a nice conversation. I always enjoy visiting with her husband, Mark.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we got along there, and then.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I guess it'd be a day and a half we got along because I didn't see her on the weekend other than that.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, I like your outfit. I'm glad you
Thanks.
showed it to us.
Thanks.
It is a happy looking outfit.
Yeah.
Thanks. Glad I got to come, I guess, show you guys. It's kind of weird, but.
No, you can just come in anytime.
Come hang
show
out
us your
with you
fashion.
guys.
What do you think of our fashion? Come to think about, we didn't ask you about our outfits.
Well, you're in your classic black.
Yeah,
So,
got
I
my
mean,
black
that's
shirt
going on.
Yeah, this is the one I don't have to tuck in. It's got a short. Do you like? Well, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
If I understand there are onesies for men.
That's weird. I mean, I know that there's like JAMA onesies, like the whole full food, like footy ones, and all the way.
Yeah,
Can zip up. There's those for guys, but I guess I was unaware of the full body.
Well, that's just what we were told. Now,
Interesting.
Wouldn't you think, really, guys, including you, Shannon,
Mm-hmm.
guys and gals, that you'd have to be like really buff as a guy to wear a onesie, because if you weren't buff, as age goes along, your chest kind of drops and your stomach starts sticking out more.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wore a onesie, wouldn't that highlight the actual tummy problems that most men have once they get past the buff stage?
Yes, which is probably why most, that they're not sold everywhere. I mean, especially, you guys are kind of t-shirt,
Yeah.
or, chill shirts, relaxed. What do you say, Brent?
I'm not saying anything. I just have nothing to say.
I actually believe, Shannon, all of my heart, that Brent Apperson would look really cute in a onesie. I really do. I think he would look really sweet.
I think it would be fun if he had like the full JAMAs, like those footy JAMAs and everything that they have. They even have ones with hoods with little animal ears if you're into that.
Okay, well, thanks.
If you're ever, looking for something, I guess.
What do they call that nowadays where people dress up like animals? There's a word for that.
I can't remember what it's called, but there is a word for it.
I think you'd make it.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
I think you'd look nice with a tail.
Well,
And a onesie.
Thanks, Dave.
Dancing to sweet soul
Just
music.
in case you were ever worried about that, you now know.
Visualize, ladies and gentlemen, Brent Apperson with his onesie, a tail, and dancing to sweet soul music.
Do you like good music? That sweet soul music.
Apply, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. Custer County Court in Broken Bow is accepting applications now for a full-time assistant clerk.
All right, here in Broken Bow, when you need a specialty cup of Java or mocha, frappe, latte, Italian soda, Prairie Grounds Cafe in Broken Bow is the place. You can walk in, you can drive through. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. until 2 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. And they have the Sunny Day Mocha, the frappe with chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla, raspberry brandy latte, blueberries and cream Italian soda on special. They have those kind of featured right now this month, the April features at the Prairie Grounds Cafe, downtown Broken Bow, right on Highway 2.
Here's another job opportunity for you. Power Solutions. They are growing. And, of course, they are your Vermeer dealership as well, and they are in need of an ag mechanic. Applicant must have knowledge and experience working on ag equipment. Competitive wage starting at $20+ an hour, negotiable on experience. This is a year-round position with pre-postseason maintenance in the off-season. They have a comfortable work environment, a fun atmosphere, have a really good benefits package offering health care, supplemental insurance, retirement, paid time off, holiday pay, and relocation assistance if needed. To apply, stop out at Power Solutions. You can also give them a call at 872-5522. You can even email them at this email address, office.powersolution@gmail.com. And again, you can check out all of this information by going to sandhillsexpress.com and looking at the employment page.
Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. They change with the seasons, and so they're making that change from Easter now going into Mother's Day and Father's Day. And a lot of people don't realize how many gift ideas that Brubakers have. And they also have gourmet chocolates. They have sensory toys, art sets, macrame, scratch art kits, paper airplane kits, puzzles, and other unique novelty toys for our kids. They also have fun electronic gifts, fun speakers with fun colors, and even a retro style speaker, wireless headphones, and phone accessories. So there's a lot more in the store than you might think when you think about being a coffee house. They also have all these great gift ideas, including area rugs and wall decor and more. And you can stop in and have a cup and do some shopping. They have baked treats that are available any time of the day, and breakfast burritos are great to grab and curb your hunger. And they are open Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., Saturdays, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. in Arnold, Nebraska. So we have many great places to stop in and enjoy the ambiance and the atmosphere of our different coffee houses, and those are two great ones we mentioned this morning.
Speaking of ambiance, have we talked about the tumbleweed yet today?
No, we have not.
Okay. Now that's good ambiance.
Yeah,
I love the tumbleweed.
Home cooked.
Yeah, you bet. Home cooked. Just walk in and have a great meal. You know you're going to get one.
Yeah, forgot to mention tumbleweed when we had the contest this morning. But I love the commercial that's running right now that Christy recorded. And I assume Jeremy wrote it because it's right on. It's right on target. And I imagine when people drive through this town, just like the commercial says, they're going, what in the heck is going on there? There are so many cars there. And quite often, in any restaurant business, there's slow times, but not very often out at the tumbleweed, especially come lunchtime, dinner time, breakfast time, Sunday. Huge day on Sundays with their buffets and their party room. A lot of times people will be having functions in there. Carmen and the crew ready to help you out in any way they can. But most importantly, they love feeding you one way or another, whether it's off the menu or their specials on the board or buffet on Sunday. They'll take care of you, and they are looking for employees to be able to do all the things that they do for you. If you want a part-time job, great opportunity there, and can talk to Carmen about that. She'll work with you on scheduling.
Yep, and feel free to call ahead, order ahead, and get it to go.
Yep, drive on through. Well, we're going to drive on out of here now.
All right, that'll work. You bet.
All right, and I don't want you to move from the neighborhood, and I don't think that you need to wear a onesie to impress people.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Brent in a onesie would be impressing people. Yeah, it would leave an impression, that's for sure.
We'll talk to you folks tomorrow live from Callaway, Nebraska.